Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be swatching and painting with this brand new to me set of Daniel Smith Basic Primaries watercolors. Stay tuned. If you're new here, I'm Miranda, and on this channel we do a lot of watercolor goodness and 2 art subscription boxes per month because it's super fun to get new art supplies. Who doesn't want to get new art supplies? So I first featured these in my very last video. I will link that down below and in the corner up here. I realized directly after I stopped filming that video, this is not the right palette. This is not what I ordered. I ordered some fancy color one that I'll show up on the screen, and I received this pink one, and it was so funny that I didn't even realize that I didn't notice it during that video. But anyway, so when I went back to the website to look at why I didn't get the watercolor 10 that I had requested, in the description there's like this little small words that says it will be pink on the outside and white on the inside, and I'm like, why are you showing this picture with this pretty rainbow color watercolor splash and you're sending us this? I didn't want this. And it's kind of neat because I could decorate it myself, but instead what I think I will do is keep this as a giveaway for you guys when we hit 1,000 subscribers. And I found one that actually said you'll get what you see in the picture, and it's this fun little galaxy. And I thought that would be great because I think the factory paint job here will last longer than anything I can do myself, at least with the time that I have. So now I at least have a fancy little palette that is nicely decorated. It comes with 14 half pans, but I do not want to use half pans because I only have 6 colors. I want to use full pans. So I did buy this full bag of 100 full pans. They are also the Mead brand. They will slip right in there. So because I knew it would take a few days for these to dry, once I put them in pans, you can see that I already squeezed them out into those full pans. And I'll just show you that real quick because some of these were definitely full of air. I don't know what to call it, but they were under pressure. So I opened them and they exploded. So I tried to open them really slowly. Don't do that. Slowly is worse. So when you're opening these things that are under pressure, as fast as you can is your best bet. So quick as possible, get it done, get it out of there, and then clean up your mess. But this is what I have here. And yes, I only filled them part way because I like to be able to pull some color off onto this empty side and dilute it without putting color into my mixing space. It just saves some space when you're dealing with such a small palette. We're gonna stick these in here, swatch them, and do a painting with them. See what we think. I have to get really good using these paints. I have to know everything about them because I am teaching a class with them in February, and I need to be an expert with these before I teach that class. So we'll be doing lots of paintings, lots of mixing. It should be a blast. Let's see how loose these are. Yeah, these are way super loose right now. So basically I'll just pull in these little tabs and push away on this side. Probably a little too much. I should probably label these actually. So let me label these first and then we'll stick them in there. I've used a Sharpie before, but this black Posca actually works better for labeling these. So I'll do that and then I'll get right back to you. They are all labeled. And we will stick them in here and see what we come up with. This, I am just using my B 100% cotton watercolor paper for my swatch sheet. You can see I have it all labeled and out here. I will be using this relatively cheap Princeton Art and Brush shader size 6 flat brush. And I'm so excited. I love swatching. Let's see how easily they re-wet. It's only been dry a couple days like I told you, but still I think that it's interesting to see. Oh yeah, very liquidy. Super nice. I think I'm going to definitely need more water on this, but we'll try it out. Oh, that's so pretty. New Game Beige. Pyrrole Scarlet. Seems very opaque. Let's see what it looks like watered down. Quinacridone Rose. That's very pretty. French Ultramarine. And Phthalo Blue Green shade. It's always a pretty color. All right, what do you guys think? Very pretty. We'll see what they act like in a painting. However, before that, I know people have done light fasts on these all the time. I just want to do my own. So I do have this swatch sheet that I'll be doing a light fast test on. So I'm going to swatch these one more time, but I'll fast forward you through that. And I only left this in here in case you guys were curious how I did my little light fast test. I just try to make the swatch as even as possible of color across the entire piece of paper. And then I used some very thick paper to cover just half of it. And then I labeled the back with what paint it is and when I put it in the window, with so basically a date. And we're good to go. So months later, we'll find out what happens. So while I had it out, I decided to go ahead and do a little mixing chart just because it was fun and I wanted to mix these colors desperately. So I went ahead and did this little mixing chart. This is more like Denise Soden does, and there it is where we're dark on one side, lighter on the other. It's just fun to look at. For the painting, I take out my Etchr A4 sketchbook, which is about 8.27 inches by 11.69 inches. And for this little painting, I am not using the whole page, so actually where the palette is sitting right now is the rest of the page. So I just put the paper towel under the palette to protect it. I taped it off with my masking tape, and I went to town on the painting. Super fun. This paper is really nice to work in. The only thing I noticed was I wasn't used to how long it held water. So when I would expect the paper to be dry and I could work over it, it wasn't dry yet. So that's probably a good quality. It's just not something I was fully used to yet. I'm still pretty new to these Etchr sketchbooks, but once I figured out that, it was pretty fun and easy. And oh, am I looking forward to painting more in these, especially this big size. I know I cut the size down to be smaller, but still I have the freedom to go bigger if I want to. Plus this will be a fun page because I'll have more than one painting on it, and I think that will be so awesome. Anyway, back to regularly scheduled business here. I think it is dry enough that we can take the tape off. I hope. Oh boy, this always makes me nervous. Gotta be careful. Slow and careful. Oh, ripped the paper. Right up there though. Comes off really easily down here, so that's good. Usually I keep my tape, but I have a lot of paint on this one. These strips. I wasn't careful about going over the lines. Alright, not bad for a teeny tiny small sketch. I guess it's not exactly teeny tiny. This book's, what, 8.5 by 11, give or take. Let's sign. That was an awkward sign. I have no idea what day it is. Do you guys ever know what day it is? I don't. Okay, so I'm going to put Daniel Smith watercolors and the date. I like it. I love it, actually. It's really, really fun. So that's with just those 6 colors. I just love it. The paint was easy to work with, manipulated, and I got any color I wanted. I'm just thrilled with this, and I cannot wait to try it out some more because I need to become an expert on these before my class. So this is going to get lots of practice. Wow, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did. This was such a blast. In the next video, we will be doing the Paul Rubens set that I received. I didn't receive it, I bought it. And I'm proud of it, darn it. So make sure you're subscribed with all notifications on so you don't miss that video. And tell me what you thought of this video here and these colors, and do you have these? Do you use them? I can't wait to read your comments on your opinions on this set. So I will see you in the next video or down in the comments below. Have a great week. And it came off and moved and